It's time for some knapsack carnage, some backpack fighting. Let's play some more backpack battles. I gotta do a ranger run. I am interested in seeing if we can push our rank up a little higher and exploring some more, especially mana builds and food transitions into it as well. Though we do have a whetstone here at the start, which does open up some possibilities, because even if we don't necessarily go ahead and make crossblades, because that, as we learned from our recent crossblading efforts, takes a lot of work. But even getting something like a Falcon blade or a hero sword just early on can be pretty helpful. I still haven't made the hero sword goob, so I could make that at some point, just knock that off. But I like the, I'd like to explore a little bit more of the non-arrow classes for ranger, because I play arrow all the time. Non-hunter classes, basically. Have we played since the patch? Yeah, we did some games yesterday. We did some games yesterday. But yeah, we could rock the whetstone to begin with. We could rock the whetstone. Certainly you can take a bag. It does leave a little weak for the first round here though. So maybe we re-roll and take possibly the garlic. Cheap second sword is an option and is pretty good with whetstone. Maybe we'll approach things from the what's actually the like strongest thing we can do right now approach, which certainly what I could do is this, and that's probably the strongest turn one we could do, with the proviso that we will be weak to shield setups. That's pretty good though. That's a pretty strong turn one. We're pretty likely to win the first round here, especially against anyone who does any sort of economy. But we didn't have the option of doing it. I mean, I always pick economy if it's available, but we did not have the option. But we will be going brap, brap, with those dual swords, hucking those slightly sharpened wooden swords at our opponents. Very nice. Now we do need a bag, so we can go ahead and get that. And I'm thinking we re-roll for, I mean, we can take this and just sell it if we don't want it after the re-roll. There's a piggy bank. Maybe we will get a little bit of economy going now then, since that's an option. All right. Don't really gain any power this time around, but we took some economy, and you need to grow those backpacks. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of meme builds recently, or really trying to push certain recipes, which is good, and I want to keep doing that, but I also want to like maybe balance it out and be a little bit sweaty. Maybe like every other run I'd be a little bit sweatier and play smart. It's a good time to flex the lessons I've been learning. Actually trying to brute force things though is a great way to learn, like, because you see why things don't work and what weaknesses really expose themselves. You're like, wow, when you're really trying to brute force this, you run into these issues. We are pretty close to making a hero sword, and there is a goobit, so I could explore just how strong that feels. We could sell this. That would bring us to 11. I could get the bag and the goobit. So we'll try that maybe. We can put the goobit here. He doesn't get a lot of activations here. Might be better to move him. Maybe if we go here. And then move him up. Well, let me think for a second. Okay. Change of tack. We can at least get a sword there. We can't quite do this unless we do this. That unfortunately does cause an issue with the piggy bank though, doesn't it? Is there a way to do this? There we go. Nailed it. I do typically encourage backseating. That's how you learn. I'm humble enough to get backseated. Backseat me, baby. Let's go. 2 shields is pretty bad against 2 swords. Well, you know, pretty good against 2 swords. Bad for me, to be specific. We do have Goobit healing us though. Maybe Goob will carry. They don't have a lot of damage outside of the spikes, but honestly the spikes is maybe enough. Yeah, I think we're gonna die. The goob heal gets us pretty close. Oh no. Yeah, not enough though. We did immense amounts of spikes damage to ourselves. Okay. A sail acorn collar is a little difficult to pass up, as is our garlic. If I take the piggy bank, that might be being a little bit It's still early enough, certainly, for the economy to be worth it, but I will be unable to put anything in. We have to get a bag, which means we have to sell something. Did I already sell that herb? Yeah, I already sold the herb. I can maybe just resell the garlic. I did buy that on sale. I think we resell the garlic. Put you over here. Although, if I have to take the luck out, it's not going to do much, is it? I might not be able to use the aircon color just yet. Look how he's made a gun. The backpack gun. Classic. Yeah, you know those Faber-Castell connector pens, the texters? Discovered some of those at our extended family's house recently. There was some nephews there, like younger kids. They're like 5 and 6, and just being like, "You guys know you can make guns out of these?" And they're like, "What? You can?" Just connect them together, click them together, and like, "Here, I'll show you how to make a rotary cannon around your arm." They're like, "Whoa!" they never know. They never seen this stuff. Ancient technologies they're unfamiliar with. Well, we made a backpack gun. It's facing the wrong way though. Passing the memes onto a new generation. Always great. This is looking pretty good for us. Yeah, nice. Now, fruits sped up, we can handle those. The other shield was a little worse for us, actually. The 2 thorn shields is starting to stack, though, but I think we should out-heal it. Oh, I almost killed myself to thorns. Look how much thorns damage we took, right? Let's have a look here. Scroll me down to the end. Yeah. There we go. 82 thorns damage. Look at this. So we took 80 plus nearly 40. It's 120 plus another 30. So 150 damage. We dealt 130. So we took a lot more damage than we dealt, and we still won because of healing. So Goob's pulling his weight. Goob is pulling his weight. Can you draw a battle? No, that's why you often see 1 hit point wins. Because, like, it was close. It was, like, so close that basically it just kind of rounds you up to 1 hit point, I think, to give you a winner. That's my suspicion. Because you get an awful lot of 1 hit point wins in this game, and I reckon that's probably because, like, you were both going to die from the fatigue, but you were going to die less than they were going to die, so it gives you 1 hit point and you win. That's how I think it works. There's the gloves if we do manage to make them. We can make the claws of attack. You get some thorns action going, which we don't really have anything for it currently. I think claws of attack scale pretty well. They attack fast for each thorns, and then after 5 hits, they gain 1 flat damage. So you can stack thorns to scale the attack speed, and then they scale themselves. It's kind of cool. We don't have a lot going in favor of doing claws right now. We can just make that sword a bit faster for the moment. We put that there. Yeah, I don't think I'm on board with going for the claws. If we already had something supporting a thorns build, a spikes build, we would maybe go that route. What are they actually called in this game? Because I always call them one or the other. They're called spikes, okay. I always call them thorns. Sorry for being confusing. Okay, there's a cheap pan. It might be time to replace a sword with a pan, maybe. This might require a bit of a reshuffle. Oh, second whetstone though? Second whetstone though. Also tempting. Do. The question is, do we sell something for it though? I don't have an easy sell for it. We want to keep the gloves because then we can potentially upgrade it into a Falcon blade afterwards. Sell the sword for the stone, or just reverse the stone. It's kind of like, you kind of want the sword for both when you have the 2 whetstones this round, and then also next round once you have the next one. It might be a case where we reserve the stone. That's a little slow though. It could be just worth selling like the acorn or something. The acorn's good, but it doesn't do anything without the clover, and we want the clover to potentially upgrade pigs. Was Goob it on sale, or did I just force Goob it? I think I just forced Goob it. I think we sell Maybe we sell a piggy bank, yeah. We're a bit stronger this round, although, what do we got? Just a bow, but it's not doing a lot. I think I'm pretty good on this one. When that bow does trigger though, if they do get any lucky crits. Oh, which they really are. Ooh. Come on, goob, trigger. Oh, no. I had a couple bow crits there. Damn. It's rough for us. There's our second pair of gloves, so that our strategy did pay off in the end. Because here comes our Falcon blade. So that is paying off for us. We'll get this one. We could reserve the bow for the Falcon blade. They go alright. Falcon blade itself is 1.4, which is not like overly fast, same speed as the hero sword. But it does make the bow trigger a little faster. You can't lose money on the piggy bank as long as you keep it for 1 round. It costs you 3 and you sell it for 2. Keeping a round gives you 1. Oh, yeah, so we probably broke even then. We had it for at least 1 round, maybe 2 even. For some reason, the piggy banks cost more in my mind. Maybe in my mind, I'm thinking they cost 4? No, but they are only 3. 2 blueberry, rock. Falcon blade also attacks twice. You know, I literally forgot that it attacks twice. The text is so subtle there, which does make it substantially better with the bow. I think we can go ahead and reserve the bow then. Falcon blade plus bow has served me well in the past. There's the steel goobit. Plus 2 damage and 20 armor. I do kind of want to... Oh, you know what? I could make him... Well, we could have made the steel goobit or go the route we made and make the Falcon blade. I think maybe the Falcon blade is better. Steel goobit seems pretty good, but I did forget that we could make steel goobit. Poor goobit getting neglected. Well, probably lose this one just because of the armor though. Steel goobit is producing some armor. They don't have any weapon. they're just stalling. They're just stalling. So funny. Full stall mode engaged. Let's see if we can fit this bow here in a way that works well. We'll want to maybe get this one here like so. Let's just get that bag, make it nice and easy on ourselves. Boop, boop, boop. Looking good. I do want that second one. We can sell the rock for that. That lets us get our piggy bank going now. I forgot we had the other wood sword. Wait. Yeah, because I moved it out of the way for to put the gloves in there. Well, we can take advantage of that now. Stamina use is 1.2 per second, a little high, but that's okay. We don't really need the second sword. This one only costs 0.7, so it's not too bad though. This will be the one that probably will choke. This is the other thing. We kind of want this on this though. There, that's better. Acorn collar on the Falcon blade. Much better. We can get you guys there for better goobit triggers. Goobit's only getting this little sword here now though. The double attack is, I think attack twice counts as 2 triggers for goobit. That's good enough for now though. I don't want to fuss around too much with it. Just for a smidge of extra healing. Yeah, moving goobit up actually would have been the easiest way. We could have just moved goobit up and moved these bags up. That might have been the way to do it. It's like we're going to die either way here though. We're getting thorn whipped, shield. They're making their hungry blade as well. This is just a lot of damage right now. Mate, it's not looking very good. I said I didn't want to do a hunter build and do something else, but we've very much got a hunter build going on here. We very much have a hunter build. Oh, well, there's always next run. There's always next run. We basically have to get the gem box. Gem box is pretty non-negotiable. Let's move Gooby Chan up here. Do we have any chance-based triggers? Just the garlic. That's pretty fine. Where do we want this? That's pretty good. Let's put it there. Ego? No. I like Ego a lot on Reaper, because you can get the cards and turn it into the upgraded version, which is insanely good. Regular Egg to Dragon is just okay. If it's on sale, I'd pick it up. Otherwise, not so much, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's no harm in getting the Lucky Clover. Sea of Survivors will be out by the time you stream on Thursday. Yeah, I might have to check that one out. Or play it after the weekend. We're critting now. Oh yeah, there goes that luck. Now we critting. Yeah, we instantly get a massive power boost from the arrow there. We only just hung in to get to it though. Purple gem's very good on the Falcon blade. And probably doing the most damage on the bow, so we'll put the chip ruby on there. Let's reroll for some stronger stuff. There's a better ruby. I think we want to take that. Put that on there. Put the other one in the Falcon blade. Cheap bag, always worth. Our stamina usage is medium, so the extra flat stamina actually is pretty helpful. We may want to... Well, we can certainly handle the wooden sword for a while now. Do I want another pair of gloves? Have you tried Deep Rock Galactic Survivor demo? I did, yeah. It seemed alright. It seemed alright. It's a little early on, it needs a bit more work for sure, but it's like a pretty good early prototype. I liked how the digging both changes your goals and also how you engage monsters. I had all 4 goobs ready to go today, 3 rounds to go. The last goob never showed. It's honestly so hard to do. It's so hard to do. I've struggled with making the goob happen. If we get the mana orb, we can get more luck scaling, but it's kind of not strictly necessary. Maybe if it was just on sale, I'd go for that. One day I should try Fancy Fencing Rapier. I don't really like it. So it's got low accuracy. On missing, it gains luck, and then on hit, you use that luck to gain extra damage. Like, I see what they're doing with it, but I don't think it really, the payoff is quite there unless you've got a lot of extra luck production. I should try and put some stuff on the bottom of the arrow here. Speaking of luck production, I mean, its base damage is 10 to 16. That's worth considering. You know, maybe it's a bit better than I give it credit. It's very expensive though. Yeah. I think maybe I underrate it a little bit in my mind. But compared to other options like the Thorn Whip, which I feel works really well. But it's a very nice price for how strong it is. Certainly, if I see it on sale, I'll give it a go. Not upgrading into anything? Yeah, not everything has to upgrade into anything. But certainly recipe pieces get a little bit of an advantage, don't they? The other classes, yeah, the other classes could factor in. Like Spear and Rapier could be good for the other classes, maybe. I want to get this right now. We have a bit of bag space. Maybe I'll roll. See what else we can get here. There's another goober. We haven't done anything with our current goober, though. What should we try and do with our goober? This would be really good. But we need to make another hero sword for that. I'm holding my wooden sword, but I haven't seen any more whetstones yet. Otherwise, blood goober's fine. Light goober's fine. Maybe we just go for light goober or something. Don't think we want another goober though on this particular run. Makes me, yeah, maybe we'll get this and make the blood goober then. If we get a hero sword, do we make a steel goober or do we go for cross blades? I think at this point we'd go for the steel goober. We wouldn't get the cross blades done in time. We'll go for the gem upgrade. There's 2 gem upgrades we can do out of that. There's another steel goober. You can't see your opponent's stars, so I don't know how the steel goober works yet, where his stuff is, but man, that's a lot of burst damage, eh? It wasn't very long, 7 seconds. Bow and Arrow did 68, Falcon Blade did 67. They're both doing a great job. They had a little bit of spikes going, but wasn't it? I mean, bow's immune to it. The Falcon Blade does hurt against spikes a bit, but that wasn't enough spikes to be a concern. There's the Fancy Fencing Rapier. Maybe I should just give it a go. Maybe I should just give it a go. Certainly, I also have the option of doing this. 9 brings me down to 6, which I can sell this to get the Fencing Rapier. How much stamina does it use? 0.5? It's better than the wooden sword. The only problem is, like, it hurts the damage of the other weapons, right? Like, because we're not getting as much luck, it hurts the damage of those. We have to get better activations. You could use the Falcon Blade and Rapier to proc goob a lot. Yeah. I think we'll do it. We'll make blood goob. We'll make a bloody goober. Sell this, get the rapier. Time to give it a shot. Just how good is Fancy Fencing Rapier? It does look very cool. I love the look of it. Let's dump it all out and see what we can do here. Okay. We may want you somewhere here like so. Where will the arrow go? Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that one out. But I'm thinking something like this. Fill in this side a bit. Blood goober goes over here. It would be nice to get the arrow in there as well, but that might be okay to not. So we'll sell the regular sword now. We'll put the red gems in there for a combine. Might honestly be better to not, but I'll go for it anyway. The good thing about this is the fancy foil, the Falcon blade even, increases the activation speed of these, which is going to give us a lot more luck production. The bow is really good for it. I don't mind the bow losing crit damage in order to gain that. That'll be pretty strong. That will be pretty strong. We don't have anything activating goob on this side, but even just these two will be really strong though. Oh, this. Yeah. Get a little baggy for the moment. All right, so we have the arrow pointing its crit damage at the Falcon blade and Fancy Fencing Rapier. It's activating off the bow, which is very good for activating, so that's quite good. The blueberry and the bow are both getting the speed from the Falcon blade for activations. The fruit, unfortunately, is not, unless maybe... If I do that, the Fencing Rapier doesn't get the extra crit, though. The banana will be a little faster, but I think probably the acorn being on both of those is a little stronger. At least for now, until we get, like, crazy amounts of luck scaling. We just need, like, a lot of luck, because this thing's going to eat that luck. It's going to be quite fast, and every time it attacks, it is likely going to be stealing some luck. So we see, because we might be losing damage on the bow and the Falcon blade, because the Fancy Rapier is just eating it all. So it might be worth considering pushing like blueberries in mana generation as another source of luck gain. We'll have to have a look. Stamina use is 1-to-1, so perfect. The only thing that's gonna hurt that is if we come up against shields. But honestly, that's like pretty comfortable. There's 2 shields, so that will stress our stamina a bit, but we do have a lot of max, so I'm not super worried. Well, those shields are definitely proccing and reducing that stamina. It's crazy how strong they are for that. How are we going? Our luck is just getting obliterated by the Fancy Rapier. So we got 100% accuracy here, but 50%, wait, no, 50% crit? Because it's just changing like so rapidly. 10%, it really, I think, is hurting the damage on the other weapons. I'm trying to vibe with the Fancy Rapier, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be that it doesn't play nice with other weapons, might be the case. Okay, devs, please make this easier to scroll. It's really hard to grab. You can apparently drag, I'll do that, that'll be better. Okay. So the rapier is doing damage for sure. It's eating into the damage of the Falcon blade. It's like stealing some from the Falcon blade and the bow and arrow, but overall damage is still looking quite good though. Wait, the rapier keeps its damage? Wait, that's permanent damage gain? Oh my god, I completely reevaluate. I thought it was just for that hit. It's not +2, it's gain 2. Oh. That changes everything. This changes everything. Okay, alright, I see. So everything all of a sudden shifts into making this consume as much luck as possible, and it doesn't matter that the other things are losing that so much. It means that acorn color loses a bit of value potentially. But we do want to outproduce it, but as we scale up our luck, we also want to make the rapier attack faster to gain damage. I see. Okay. Yep, that does change everything. Now it's all about producing as much luck as possible. So at some point we might say, hey, we don't even want the bow anymore. Like right now, it's pulling its weight for sure. There's our blood goober. There's our blood goober. Now, all right, okay. The Falcon Blade's honestly a decent pairing with it then, because it's helping it attack faster. And still doing decent damage itself. I'll sacrifice myself to ask one last time for Lucky Piggy on Hunter Arrow. Oh yeah, Lucky Piggy, thanks. Totally forgot about that. Kind of important. To get the extra scaling in this build in particular. That was just an oversight, thank you for that. I missed that one. One good thing about the bow is it is quite good for triggering the piercing arrow here. Birds are going to be pretty big for us, as always. Extra mana production is going to be pretty big for us too. I can use this to gain some mana production. One gold is pretty good. 25% chance to gain mana production, which makes the blueberries create more luck. Yeah, the ruby wants to go in the rapier, for sure. I do kind of want gloves. I can't really make great use of them right now. We also need more activations for blood goob here. It's not that, blood goob's not that big a deal for us, really, here. He's just kind of, he's working well because he's activating fast off these. And a bit of vampirism doesn't hurt with Falcon Blades and bows. Well, actually, vampirism only works on melee, not on bows, actually. I never realized that. Gotta pay attention to the wording on these things. I think I'm gonna re-roll. Well, there's the mana orb. Cheap mana orb's quite good for us. We can put that there. We'll get this. We probably will want to get a Book of Light to deal with blind. Although if we get hit by blind, it's Fancy Fencing Rapier is going to counter it somewhat because it'll produce luck. It'll then eat the luck, but that's okay maybe. Crit Blood Goober though. He is in the backpack. He is in the backpack. But I don't know if he gains crit from the backpack and luck though. He does from like the dagger on the Reaper. Yeah, we maybe don't care that much about blind. Will we want the book? Could go a second gem box. We still have quite a few rounds left. We'll get the gem box. I'll just put this here for now. What are we dealing with here? Quite a few shields. That's going to hurt us. Otherwise, we're poison stacking. I don't have any poison clear currently. This thing is, yeah, with all those shields, stamina's a real struggle. It's a shame that the rapier kept missing the stamina triggers. It only got to 12 to 18. Still a pretty comfy win in the end, though. Falcon Blade did 140 and the bow and arrow did, so the rapier basically got to attack once. Like, it only did 11 damage because it just kept constantly out of stamina. But, you know, then because of that, we ended up with a 16 luck, and then the other weapons could take up the burden. So we're kind of insured against that situation. It's all right. Rapier's giving you tons of luck. I don't think it was giving me any luck because it never got a chance to attack. It has to attack and miss to gain luck, and we had 100% accuracy, so that wasn't happening. It's just the arrow was giving us all the luck. The arrow, and to a lesser extent, the blueberry as well. Let's go ahead and get this purse here. Nice and cheap. Might actually be pretty worth getting the extra blue gems. And only don't fuss on the blue gems as much, but the extra mana production here is going to be pretty good. We need more blueberries to actually convert that mana though. I don't think Gin Lamp's going to be super worth for us. We want blueberries, honestly. I can probably afford to get the bag. The extra max stamina is helpful. A sale price bow. There's another rapier. Would 2 rapiers be mental? I think it's one of those weapons where you kind of want to invest just in scaling the one. I don't think you're helping yourself that much by doing a second one. I don't know if this is really a good idea because we're not getting the stamina for it anyway. I did accidentally buy them though, so it's happening now either way. Stamina is low. Stamina usage is low, but any sort of shields dumpster our stamina. Pointed at the banana? Honestly, yes. Pointed at the banana. Indeed. I think we must. I'm curious to see how good Blood Goob's activating here. Probably activating really well, honestly, even without the stuff on the other side. Yeah, look how quickly he's activating. He's actually popping off. He does get the crit chance. He's got 40% crit. 45% crit. So he's actually critting, which is crit heals too. So Blood Goob, it's actually working quite well here. He, we can see Blood Goob dealt 28 damage and then healed that back to us as well. Because of the steal 8 plus your vampirism in life. If we gain some other sources of vampirism, oh, we actually lost our vampirism there, so. But if we gain some other sources of vampirism, we can potentially have Blood Goob do some real work. Yeah, I think it was a worthwhile investment in the end here. This looks like it's going quite well. Ooh, big amethyst. Oh, I love a big amethyst. 80. Love it. Vampiric gloves will help. Goob it and also increase activations. The gloves being here kind of hurts me a little bit, but it's not even necessarily a bad play. I'll just stick these in the stash for some debuff cleanse. Do I want to upgrade those rubies? Could be worth doing. You know what's actually better is the amethyst upgrade. And then I could get this too. What are you dealing with here? It looks like flask dump. Potions, even. It's a few stacks of poison initially. Not too worried though. I think we got this covered. 50 damage. Looks like we are building up the rapier and not running out of stamina and actually getting increased luck. So it's starting to work. Like we're getting more luck than we need. Now it's down to 1.25. So we could maybe afford to point the gloves at the rapier now, given that we're floating a bit of extra luck. Certainly the extra luck gives us crit and accuracy though. It's just very good. If I move the whole thing over, I can maybe do something here. We may even end up wanting to move this and play around with this over here. Oh, we got that extra amethyst there. Nice. No Piggy on arrow now? Oh, I forgot about Piggy on arrow. Yeah. We do want the Piggy on the arrow for this build, don't we? That is very true. That is very true. Let's put those down there. Let's re-roll and see what we got here. Another blueberry with glove proc. I'm down. 35% faster luck production off that. Hell may be good for your ramp up. I'm like to buy us a little bit of extra time. Essentially. It's one of the only like forms of like hard mitigation like that. And guaranteed crit removal. I don't have any birds to strip luck right now. So we might need a helmet to keep us alive until we can potentially get one. I wouldn't mind a banana here though as well. I might be able to sell some gems. We're stacking a few excess gems here. Maybe I'll combine these in here for now. Make a regular amethyst. Make another one up here. Sell the little blue gem. We could probably sell the spare... the extra one of these now. I don't really have space for the helmet though. I could just sell those amethysts. They do provide a little bit of debuff cleanse and I haven't found any carrots yet. This one's 4 seconds every debuff. Another 2 there. I think... Oh yeah, and this can, this takes one of the gem spots as well, doesn't it? You know, I think I might sell the rubies, honestly. Actually, the rubies. Opponent's healing is reduced by 30. I think that's very powerful. We'll go for that. I actually can't fit this anyway. I don't need the lucky clover anymore, so that might free up some space. Maybe, maybe not. We still never got anything on the other side of Goober, but I don't even think it matters. He activates so fast off the weapons anyway. Might as well keep that for a turn. Pocket sand, sha sha sha. Yes. We got... Ooh, we got decent debuff stripping for the thorns and vampirism. This build's pretty weak to purple gems. We really strip away their scaling quite effectively. That one blind stack hasn't been purged either, which is nice. And they are ramping, but we 69 damage. Very nice. Down to 1 try as we go into survival mode. I had a cold stone, did they? Yeah, the cold stones are really nice. Cold stones are very good. There's a 45 and 30% reduction on those. We are gonna need a little bit more baggage. There's a bird finally. Mate, took a while. Took a while to get the boydie. We might change our strategy a little bit here. Because the bird can give up to 40. And it removes luck from our opponents, which is very good. We wanted to scale the things activating around the arrow. So we might want to move this. Do we want it to benefit from the Falcon blade and the thing there? Maybe. The question is... Give me those gloves. I kind of want to do something like this, maybe. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. How do we fit the acorn in then, though? Losing the acorn is pretty rough. That's pretty alright. We can do that, I think. I might actually want the blueberry more than I want the banana there. So we'll give the 35% faster blueberry. That works, I think. I think that works pretty well. Purple gem, remove some debuffs. Oh, we got 2. Do I want to try and combine them? No, it doesn't really matter that much. I would like to, but it's not gonna be that easy to do. It's fine. Look at that gemmed out Buster Sword. Are they producing any, No, they're not getting any empowers. Oh no, they're getting a little bit of empower. Not enough to get that trigger though. You need 8 empower to decrease stamina usage by 3 and cooldown to 3. And we smashed him. Look at our log here. Fancy Fencing Rapier, 198. Look pretty respectable, 23 DPS. It's pretty strong. Pretty strong. I think the mana rob's doing some damage now. Actually, an actual notable amount of damage being dealt there. And ending state in positive luck. 7 vampirism stacks, very nice. Blood Goobit. How much damage did you do, Blood Goobit? 40 damage! He's getting up there. That means that's healing too. Yeah, we're probably removing the empower, eh? Another bird. Ooh, I would like another bird. I need to roll for bags. There's a bag. Make sure I'm selling the right thing. I need like... Okay, I do this. Put these little baggies here. Piggy under the arrow, obviously. Piggy under the arrow. You're there. That can be the bird, though. The bird's not... the birds aren't birding each other, though, which is not perfect. Kind of want the birds birding each other, but they're not really hitting the rapier there. Yeah. Maybe it's better rotated. That hits the rapier and all the fruit up there. But not the Falcon blade and whatnot. No, I think back here is better. Bird on bird action. Drop bow for bird. I don't know. Bow's doing pretty well here. It's great for the arrow procs for generating mana. It's doing good job with the Flawed Sapphire for extra mana production and chilling the enemy. Ooh, okay. I see. Yep, let's do that. That's hitting the bird. It's hitting a fair amount of fruit. Food even. Hitting both the swords. Yep, I like that one. That looks good. There we go. This bird hits that bird. I like it. All right, start that battle. Next battle, let's go. What are we dealing with here? A little bit of thorns, mana thirst, magic staff. I don't have a ton of mana production. I don't have gems. Yeah, we got this covered. We got this covered. Let's try and do some lifesteal, but it's a bit slow. Look at those just crits raining down. Mate. Big old damage. Looking very good. We can combine those two up. Survive 2 more rounds. What can we do to polish things off here? Again. Or further. I could go for another bird. Go for another bird. I think I will get another bird. Third bird is the word. And then a bag so I can do it properly. Don't think we'll bother combining the amethyst since we're basically at the end here anyway. Ziggy out here flipping the bird. Hey look, I'm flipping the bird! So, you're banned on Twitch now. There's a lot of vampirism going on here. Our debuff stripping is going to carry hard here for us. This would be very hard to deal with otherwise. But thankfully we're very quickly eating away their buffs because they got 2 blood thorns and a lot of vampirism and thorn stacks. They might still get me before I can get rid of them all. Ooh. Yeah, they just have so much healing. Yeah, they outlasted. Without being able to hang in there a little longer with some better healing of our own, maybe, we might have been able to get there, but it seemed like their healing carried them pretty well there. The Bloodthorns did immense damage. Yeah, the damage we're dealing with our Fancy Rapier, they were dealing with 2 Bloodthorns. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. 34 to 38 on both of them. At the end there. Yeah, even with the 2 amethysts on the Falcon blade, it wasn't enough. We were like keeping their spikes suppressed, but not enough to eat into their vampirism as well. A few more garlics may have helped, but even then, it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Last round, what are we gonna do for it? What do we got here in our baggies? We can probably get rid of the gem box now. We're doing the things. Rerolling. Onion. Do I have anything else I need to sell? No, we're pretty good. Cheap book came a little too late. Well, it looks like we're just gonna get a little bit of extra starting luck. Alright, final round. We suffered too many losses for this to be a real corker of a run, but I definitely have come to appreciate a weapon which I denigrated, which I put down many times. The Fancy Fencing Rapier is certainly a lot better than I gave it credit for. 10 stamina, still suffering the stamina issues. We are producing plenty of luck for it though, but it missing the constant. The Falcon Blade's just eating too much stamina. Yeah. So the Falcon Blade is like okay with it, but I think maybe it might be a bit too stamina hungry. Yeah, I got up to 60 poison stacks at the end there, damn. Yeah, I think looking at that, I think the Falcon Blade is just too hungry for the Rapier. They did have 2 shields, which was really hammering our stamina. Falcon Blade's particularly bad against shields, which is, so it's got the double effect. The Falcon Blade eats a lot of stamina, and then it's hitting shields so many times that it's eating our stamina as well. So we really didn't get to ramp that as hard as we should have been able to as a result of that. I think yeah, I wouldn't Fancy Fencing Rapier with the Falcon Blade again in the future. Both worked pretty well. Bow and arrow still did well the whole time. Blood goob ended up doing pretty well at the end there. Yeah. Alright. I think the Fancy Rapier has strong potential. Definitely underestimated it. Nice. Plus 20 in platinum. 57 platinum. Nice. I'm far too addicted to this for a demo. It's crazy, right? I've put 25 hours into a demo. I blame your YouTube videos. My pleasure.